everybody, and welcome back to FM2020 with me, TW1, with York City. You clicked on the video, you know the title of the freaking video. Holy moly. I say that every time, and I want to stop trying to say it, but I do every time. Anyway, as you can tell by the league table, since last episode, we were in around like 7th, 6th, fighting for playoffs. We've fallen away a touch. We've fallen away a tad. Look how tight this league is. I just want to show you how tight this league is. Look at the league table and bring it all up. As you can see, so 6th position, let's just look at 6th. They got 34 points. You are 3 points back down here in 13th. That is a lot of teams fighting for this final couple of spots in the playoffs. Meaning there's a good chance we might miss out this season. That's going to be really... It's going to be a sucker punch. It's not going to be great for us. But that is the way, we have to just deal with that. We're going to have to try and fight our way into that battle. What I'd like to do is not be fighting for 6th. I'd like to try and get fighting in for 4th. Because if we can get in around that area, we're then going to feel a little bit more comfortable. Today, we have a good opportunity for that. We are up against 18th in the league at Peterborough. Is it Town? Is it Peterborough Town? Peterborough United. Posh, I think is what their nickname is. They are the Posh Boys, so we will be facing off up against them. Form's not been great, so let's get into that. Let's have a little look at what we've been doing. Of course, we just won 3-0, but we'll come to that. Last episode, we drew to 1-1 to Ipswich. Since then, we lost 2-1 to Carlisle. They scored 2 goals in 3 minutes to win the game. I made all 3 subs at the 80th minute mark, and Liam Coyle then went and got himself injured and went off. We lost a midfielder. And we tried to just rally the troops as best we could. We were already 3 up top because I was trying to get a goal. So really had to try and mix-mash the team around. And it didn't go very well. We conceded 2 goals right at the death to lose that one. Sucker punch. Very, very bad. But we are now out of the FA Cup, which isn't ideal because I'd like to get to the 3rd round because that is where you make your money. But we are now out of that competition and Carlisle go on. We then play Luton in the league and we lose 2-1 despite going ahead yet again. Luton, by the way, are in 5th in the table. So if we won that game, we would have been right in the hunt. That would have been a very important game for us. Brian Scott scores, but then Chris Whitlock and Charlie Lakin scores the goals for them. Another poor performance, another poor result really. We had a couple of bad performances. McFarlane had an awful game. He missed 3 or 4 chances and Leon Davis was awful as well. So not a great game all round. So that's the way it goes. We did just go to league leaders. At the moment Blackburn are top of our division. But I feel like they rotated their side in the Leasing Cup Trophy North 2nd round. Doesn't get any easier at all. Kenny Ray, Moody and Fontanelli played. I did rotate the side a little bit for this game. As you can see, a few other faces are in the team. For example, Kenny Ray, who played very well that game, actually. So, might give him a couple more games if we can. As we head into another semi-busy December. And we head into a very jam-packed January, which is not going to be exciting at all. But we'll have to just deal with that as it comes. That is why you have a big squad. And that is why we may add a player or 2 because we do have some money in the coffins. 1.13 million and a little bit in the wage budget. I can play that around as well. I can make that very easy. There you go. Plenty of money. I like max we can give a player is about 5k, I think. So, is that 12,000 is a plenty. Plus, if we go and sell a player, which we may do because Liam Coyle, I believe, he was wanted. He's not anymore. He was wanted. Is that because he got picked up an injury? No idea. He was wanted by someone. Someone in our squad was wanted. Who was it? Was it Liam Coyle? These 2 are. Max Saunders is now wanted. And Kenny Ray is wanted on loan. That's not going to happen because I quite like Kenny Ray. Max Saunders is wanted by Oxford. What division are Oxford in? Same division of us in around us. Unless they pay, I don't know, good. Probably not a million. I'll take 750k for him. If you do that, you can have him, and I'll buy a backup for Langford and play Langford. If you don't, he's going. The one interesting thing is if we look at, before we get into the game, I just want to show off this. So if we look at assists, we just saw that Kington is our top assist of the season. But if you look at average ratings, Ryan Giles is doing better. Despite Ryan Giles, you look at Ryan Giles, you'd consider him the more offensive player. So whatever McGiles is doing, he's doing it better than Kington. But whenever Kington plays, he does pick up more assists. So it's a hard balancing act. It's good to have. We've got two wing-backs who are doing their job. We have two wing-backs who are playing well. So I can't moan, but the 20-year-old is banging in the assists despite, he can't particularly... He can pass the football-ish with 11, but he can't cross the football to save his life. Maybe his crosses are that wayward, they just beat the defence because the defence don't know where they're going. So maybe that might be it. He's also not developing. I need to have a closer look at him to see if we can get him developed. With that, all further ado, let's get to the game, process forward, and I will catch you there. Match preview time. Formations in the last meeting was a 4-4-2. Previously, I don't think we've ever played. There are no previous matches between these two sides. We are favourites, but team selection is going to be an interesting one, something that we're going to have to try and work out what is best, because as you can see, if you look at our recent match analysis, there's a lot more negatives on this side compared to the positives on this side, so we're going to have a little deep dive in. Have a look at what the team is doing wrong, you could say. As you can say, that we are restricting them very well. We are getting good touches in the penalty area, but not giving too many in ours. And we're doing quite good from central areas when it comes to passing the football. That, though, is pretty much it. Everything else, we need to do a little bit more. So apparently we conceded 2 shots out of 18 from outside of the penalty area, so they want us to have a higher defensive line, so that's something that we were previously doing. We're going to then put that on. We then got this one, so the long range shots are not going in. That's saying adding the ball into the box, and this one is saying that we're not scoring any goals from inside the penalty area, we should be shooting on site, so that's an interesting one. We're going to remove the instruction play out of defence because we are giving away the ball a little bit too more often, and I feel like our slow transitions is what allowing teams to get in, and once they sit in and once they get into a nice deep block, we're then struggling to break them down, and that's mainly our problem. Individual match analysis, I don't really, that's a whole world of hours upon hours. You can deep dive into that. Other than that, I don't think there's ever too many changes I want to make tactically. I think I want to take off shorter passing because that is suffering us slightly. I would like to be a little bit more flexible with our passing, and then we're going to click in, work the ball into the box or shoot on sight depending on when we're playing. And if we are getting pressed, I'm going to start putting our pass into space a little bit more so we can get the ball over their defence and start using some of our pace up top. When it comes to the actual boys, though, what are we going to be doing when it comes to these players? Well, let's have a little look. Saunders over Langford, question mark. Let's do Saunders over Langford. I do prefer Saunders in that role over Langford. I'm going to bring Ben Cabby back into that central defensive, central centre-back role because he is a lot taller and he can actually header a football, which is always helpful to have. Other than that, I don't really know if there's anything else I want to be changing. Like, up top, these both scored last game. I don't want to be, if they score a goal, I want to keep them in the side. Enjoy the fact that you scored a goal. So we're going to give these two strikers another shot. We do have Roper, we have Scott, and we have McFarlane on the bench. We have triple firepower when it comes to our forwards. So we have too many strikers. It's not even a joke, but I don't want to get rid of any of them, really. If you get rid of one of them, I suppose it might be Mooney, but I think Mooney's got the best goal scoring record. Like, he's nearly a 1-2 man, which is pretty awesome. And this season, he's played 16 times in the league, 8 off the bench. He scored 5 goals and got 2 assists. It's not dreadful. And his rating is still in around the 7. Like, that's his level. He's clearly a League 2 player. That's his level by sure, but League 1 is still performing okay. Championship, he's going to drop off a cliff. And his goal scoring record this season is slightly ahead of his goal scoring record from last season. So I would like to see that, despite his shots on target being down by about a good percentage, and his average rating in oh no, it's not. I've looked at the wrong thing. His shots on target last season was 60% in overall competition. Last season it was 55%. So he's up numbers wise. You can look into this as well. So Mooney, I think, is good for this division. If we do go up, Mooney's done. Like, that's him done. He's going to hit a cliff, and that is going to fall off it very, very quickly. At this division, I think he's okay. Carl McFarlane, for example, see, he's performing at a 7.8 '09 this season, very, very well. Last, in the League Two, he performed that was probably his level as well. Could McFarlane do Championship? Well, he's a little bit more of a well-rounded player, but I think as well he'll drop off a cliff. He's 27, so he might be the man out. Mooney and McFarlane probably at some point need to be going. Just need to find the right time to transition them. Is Roper picking up form to be good enough? He's still under a 7, so that's a question mark. He did perform okay in League One for me last year, so he's not dreadful. I just don't know if it's the right time to throw all of the pressure on him. It might be time to throw some of that some of that millions of pounds of money that we have at a striker, something that I haven't done yet. With that all rambling out of the way, let's actually get to processing the match and getting to the warm-up, and we'll see what the posh are doing. I have just gone through all my preferences when it comes to simulating, because when I'm recording, because I have multiple programs running, my PC is a little bit slower, so, off screen I can zim through stuff, but my PC is not a monster, so I'm against a 4-4-2, which we are traditionally awful against, and I don't recognise any of their players. You are an Ipswich player, though, because I can recognise your badge. You are a pretty average striker. I feel confident about this one. Is that Ipswich? That is Ipswich, yes. And you are a Brighton left-back who looks terrible. I'm confident. Passionately, yeah, go out there and prove them wrong. Defence, I have faith in you. We're going to do all of the green stuff. We're going to try and get as much out of the greenness as we can. There we go. Everybody's reacted positively as something. Motivated versus happy is different. There is a difference between them. So you do need to be wary of that. Motivated, I think, is the better one versus happy. So we'll see how that goes. And we're going to do opposition instructions as always as well, because they do look like they have some pretty holes. They have some holes in their players, such as no bravery on their striker, so we're going to try and exploit that as much as we can as well. I'm going to bring you back on this screen, because talking of strikers that I wouldn't mind to buy, if he's actually Peterborough's player, there we go, Peterborough's player, and he's wanted by Birmingham, Newcastle and Villa. That looks like quite a nice striker with 16 pace, very nice physicals, and can actually shoot a football and can dribble. That might be someone that we just go and throw on the shortlist. Just not add him. Oh, he's already on the shortlist. I've already got him on the shortlist. I already know about him. God, I'm a genius, I am. Genius. Anyway, back to instructions. With that all said and done, we'll get the players walking out and we'll get to kick-off underway up against Peterborough, where I expect all 3 points. Because if we don't get all 3 points, we're going to start looking like a real mid-table side. Which is what the board want, but it's not what I want, because promotion is... It's something I think we should be aiming for this season. We can then start investing some bigger money in the squad. There's a couple of players that are definitely not going to last at a championship level, but we're going to have to just see how the transfer market goes when it comes to that sense. We've got to see if we get promoted first. If we don't get promoted, we might as well keep some of these players who are performing okay at this level around as squad players and see if we can bring in a little bit more higher quality just to get us over the top and also to build for the future. That is the way that we want to be doing as... What a name that is. Greaves. Now Morris. Cabby heads away and finds Ray. Ray dropping in very well. The young Scottish lad finds Fontanelli on his right hand side. He drives towards 2 players and he slid and tackle. And Harding's had a little dig at Cabby there, but Oliver's picked up the ball and finds Giles, who's launched the ball forward to Mooney. Good handled away by Cuddy. Now it's towards Harding. Baines goes up. Lakes wins the second ball and now it's Saunders to control possession. Good early, battling for the ball. Good competitive streak from the boys. Nice to see that. Fontenay with the ball in towards Giles. The back post. He finds Mooney. Back to Giles. And now it's McDonald to smash clear. And Harding will get there. And the highlight will continue as Harding comes down the right hand side for Peterborough. Can he get the ball into the box? No. Baines stops him on the first step. And then Baines goes down with an injury. And Harding knocks it out for a throw-in. That is very, very respectful. I rate that from you, Harding. You've done yourself a good job there, son. You've been the team, the sportsman. You know what I'm trying to say, sportsman. Baines is gone though. Baines is done, and I have got Harry Pearce on the bench. So Harry Pearce is going to come on left side centre back, and we will get action underway again. I could have put Kington on to be on. I didn't put Kington on the bench. Is Kington injured? Did I just ignore him, or is he injured? I don't know. I'm really good at this game, I swear. Greaves. I'm not at all, but, you know. Oh, Tulloch with good chance. He's offside. Thank God he's offside, I'll tell you that much. Giles, that is poor. If you're going to save a shot, don't leave it in the middle of your 6-yard box. Oh, Tulloch's offside. The rebound is not. You are a lucky, lucky boy, Giles. You are a lucky boy. Wakey, wakey, boys. Shout, demand more. See if we can fire them up a little bit. They're all focused up. And now we can try and get some action underway. Giles is at 80% already, 20 minutes in. I didn't rotate him very well, did I? And looking at my bench options, it looks like he's going to have to play all game, and I can't really do too much about that. That's going to be a big problem for me. Oof finds Moody, and we are 1v1 at the back as Moody is away. Moody up against a defender, gets forced wide. Moody beats him and wins a penalty. Kenny Ray will... Whoa, Kenny Ray? Really? 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 Kenny Ray, do I give it to... There's Ryan Giles is on the pitch. Kenny Ray's got better, he's got better, but you have 100% goal scorer penalty record, so I'm going to give it to Ryan Giles. Fingers are crossed, toes are crossed, as we hope that my decision has changed. Oh, it was a good decision. Get in, Ryan Giles, and we are 1-0 up against the Posh. Oh, that's a lot of weight off my shoulders, not going to lie. That is, I feel that. I really do feel that. Moody done very, very well to win the penalty. Very, very well. I thought he was going to score anyway. I didn't think the ref was going to call that. I thought Rooney might have just slotted it into bottom corner himself, and that would have been that. But he didn't, and Giles picks up the goal from the penalty spot, and that puts us up into 8th if all things stay the same as they are, which is excellent to see. But they have a corner to lock with the ball in, and it's a proper scramble, and Pierce hooks it away. It's only as far as Kisnelli. Now Denny. Casnelli, can't say that name at all. The Harding, Oof and Harding is battling away, and Oof's on the floor as a free kick. We are scrambling around our box, aren't we? We really are. Let's. Kenny Ray's nervous. See, that's why I didn't give you a pen, son, because you're nervous. I can't have a 19-year-old, 18-year-old, however old you are. I can't have you. You know, messing around with penalties if you're feeling nervous. And oh, they just headed just wide. We are living on the edge, aren't we? Up against 18th in the league. I don't think they're particularly great. Their players are a little bit more shattered than us, apart from Ryan Giles. Giles needs to come off. I just don't know what to do with the side if I do take him off. That's my main issue here. Do I have anyone of this side who I think can go play left wing back on this bench? I don't think I do. I really don't think I do have anyone who can go play left wing back. I might have someone who can play right wing back, and then we put Fontanelli out on the left, but that is not good. Don't get complacent. That is the message. Well done, boys, for reacting well to that. Don't go in, throw this away. I will take a 1-0 ball result. That will do. The 1-0 result will be excellent. Greaves, good tackle by Mooney. Now he drags it away on this left-hand side. Highlight, I'm expecting to end any moment because it is kick-off highlight, and Denny kicks it out for a throw-in. And the highlight looks like it might continue, and no, it doesn't. Excellent, so we wasted that throw-in. We do have another throw-in here, though. Pierce to Saunders. Now Pierce again. Right up against his touchline. Knocks it down the line for Giles, who finds Saunders. And Saunders dribbles into a centre area. Saunders is going all the way. Shoots a range, and that is poor. Mackie will hold. No real issue with that one at all for the goalkeeper. Saunders, right idea, son. The space was there to keep going. I think you need to take one more touch and then try and shoot a little bit better than that. It's not going to threaten the goalkeeper too much with that. I'm talking about putting Fontanelli on left wing back. Fontanelli's dead as well, so our fullbacks are just shot, if I'm honest. Tulloch. Good header by Oliver. Someone didn't win that ball. Who was that? I don't know who that was, but it's back out to the right hand side. Now Greaves shoots him. That is wax on, wax off. Flash save from Giles. Palms it out for another corner. We have not looked good from corner so far. McDonald. Good tackle by Oof, and oofed away. And now it's Kenny Ray on the counter attack. Kenny Ray, the youngster who scored a wonderful counter attacking goal last time out, brings it away, and he wins a free kick high up the pitch. Well done, Kenny. Very, very well done from the youngster. It's not having the greatest of games. They only get a 6.5, and it's apprehensive, but That was good. I rate that performance. That was really good running. And Moody's having a 6.5 as well. He's not playing particularly great. Lake with a tackle on McDonald. Now it's Cochrane. Good header away, Fontanelli. Ray then hooks it away even further. And Moody, big touch to beat the defender. And now he's forced out wide on the right hand side. Looking for support. It goes all the way and shoots wide of the goal. Just like you to hold it up there, Moody. Use your experience, use your strength, use your pace, and maybe just let the boys get out of the pitch. It's a good run by him, though. He has done well to not lose the ball, but it's a bit of a waste when he gets there. I'd like a little bit more composure out of the lad. We've had 11 shots and 7 on target, and we're not doing particularly much with the game, are we? I don't know what to do when it comes to shooting. Let's see if we can just do that, and we might lower the tempo a little bit and be a little bit more disciplined, just so we can not overwork some of these tired players. Giles needs to come off. He needs to come off quite badly. Need to make a sub, and I don't know who to bring on. That is the problem. That is why I am procrastinating the change. As Kenny Ray brings it away, and Moody is 1-on-1 up top. Moody, you're offside by about 4 miles there, mate, my friend. You have. Now, big ball to switch to Fontanelli, who shoots and scores. George Fontanelli's probably killed the game off with 20 minutes ago. Good ball by Kenny Ray. Kenny Ray's been excellent. Kenny Ray in the last 2 games has been absolutely excellent. He's not a great player. Like, his stats are alright, and we brought him as a little bit of a project. But that as a pass is very, very mature, and Fontanelli does really well with the smash. I think the goalkeeper should do better, though. He gets a hand to it, and he is... Yeah, I don't know if that's gone down as a mistake for the goalkeeper, but if you get a hand to it in that situation, I feel like you should put it past the post. And he has it. Ryan Gars and Fontanelli are the 2 goal scorers, are 2 wingbacks who are both shattered. And Kenny Ray is now up to a 7.1 and very happy with himself. We need to make a sub. I don't know who, but we need to make a sub, so let's do that. Have I got a left-footed player on the bench? Can you tackle? No. You can tackle, can't you? But you're not particularly very quick. How quick are you? Are you quick? 13 and 8 pace. That 8 pace is brutal, isn't it? Jesus Christ. Are you quick? 13, not dreadful, right only. Right, you're going right wing back, you're going left wing back, you're going CDM, and you're coming off of Mark McGuinness. Mark McGuinness is going to go in the middle because Ben Cabby's a little bit more mobile than him. And then I'm going to bring on Langford, I think. I might stick Langford in the centre mid. I'm going to put Mark Lake right wing back. We are going to proper change it around, and we're then going to switch to probably cautious and just try and waste some time as much as we can. Not really going to change anything else. Just try and, waste as much chance as we can. Maybe pass into space as we try and counter-attack a little bit more. And we will let that one go. We pick up a couple of injuries, and our squad does look very, very bare, but we've made it work this game by getting the 2 goals, and that is all we need to do in these games. And a league position up to 8th, 2 points behind, 6th for the table. It's so busy. This is what I mean. If I beat QPR, I'd been in. If I beat Luton, I'd have been in it, and Luton wouldn't have been above us either. We'd have been like in 5th, and that would have been excellent for us. But we're now going to have to deal with them poor results that are probably going to sting us in the backside. We've had a couple of poor months, and that really has hurt us. We were better last season. I wonder some of the transfers that we made, if they hurt us or not, or if the leagues got better and we didn't do enough business. That might have been the thing. We might not have been aggressive enough. But that is a 2-0 victory up against Peterborough, and I am excellent with that. Thank you very much, boys. Passionately. I'm not going to say passionate. Let's be good. Let's be very, very good. Played well, but don't get complacent. You look stressed. Let's just calmly compliment you. You did well out there. We'll just do that. There you go. Little pat on his back. Who is that? Kenny Ray. You got an assist, son. Like, you did alright. You didn't really do too much. Strikers have been a little bit dry of late, but we'll have to just deal with that one. And we will see when we come back. Next episode, we will be back in January. Oh dear, oh dear. When are we coming back for January? I'm going to come back for the final game of January. And that means we get to have a little look at some of the action when it comes to the transfer market, because I'm expecting a little bit of business, not too much. And I will catch you there, up against Grimsby. As always, thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe are always appreciated. Not required, but very, very appreciated. And as always, peace out.